All right, the next set of definitions. We're gonna go 20 through 24 for this video, okay? Technological unemployment. Now, the root word of technological is technology. You should all know what that is. When jobs are lost due to labor-saving technologies. Y'all, this has been the way of the world, and it will continue to be the way of the world until many of us don't have jobs anymore, okay? One day, I'll probably lose my job to what I'm doing right now, putting my stuff online. Anyway, so let me give you a good example of this, okay? So there was something that was invented called the cotton gin. This is invented by a man named Eli Whitney. Now, people used to have to grow cotton without machines, and when they harvested it, they would have to pick it by hand. And then they would have to take the cotton, which is full of seeds, and pick the seeds out by hand. And they would save the seeds to replant, and they would save the cotton to make clothes, okay? When Eli Whitney in the mid-1800s comes up with a cotton gin, it is a box that you throw a bunch of cotton in, and there's a big comb inside, a couple of combs, and you turn a handle, and it takes the seeds out for you. Because of this cotton gin, you can process 40 times more cotton than a person picking seeds out by hand. So that means you need 39 less people for the same productivity. And I'm sure you can think of 1,000 other examples of technological unemployment, okay? So one that you're probably experiencing right now, go to Walmart. When you go to Walmart, who checks you out now? Probably you. What happened to all those people's jobs that used to check out customers? They're gone. That's technological unemployment. Technology has taken your job, and now you have to find out another thing to do to make a living. All right, standard of living. A person's level of material comfort, okay? So, basically speaking, how comfortable are you in the way you live? Materially, not spiritually or anything like that. Okay, so for example, do you have a house? Is it a nice house? Do you have a mansion? Or do you live in a trailer? Or do you live in a regular size house? Do you live in a cardboard box? Is it a nice box? Okay, that's standard of living. How do you get home? Do you walk? Do you ride the bus? Do you have a car? Is it a nice car? Are you driving to school in a Ferrari? Or are you driving to school in an 84 Chevelle that has the bumper hanging off? Okay? That's standard of living stuff, okay? Generally speaking, technology is going to increase the standard of living for people materially, because people can do more work with less time and effort because of technology. All right, union. Okay, a union is an organized worker group that rose during the age of industrialization. So this is the age of industry, which is building stuff with machines, to fight for better pay and working conditions. Simply put, y'all, eventually people got tired of being taken advantage of by these huge businessmen that were paying them pennies and reaping in millions of dollars, okay? So what they did is they decided if we all get together, then the boss has to listen to us. And what their major weapon was to make the boss listen to them was a strike. The strike is when employees refuse to work until certain demands are met, okay? We're not going to work until the boss gives us a raise. We're not going to work until the boss makes us come to work for 8 hours instead of 16 hours. We're not going to work until this factory is actually safe. So that's the main weapon of unions. When unions don't like what's going on at work, they go on strike until the boss gives them what they want, okay? Another weapon is a boycott. You probably heard the word boycott before, okay? Refusing to buy services or products in the hopes of forcing producers to change their policies or actions. So if a company does something that you don't like, you can actually refuse to buy their products. And if enough people refuse to buy their products, then they go out of business. This is a boycott. The most famous one probably in American history is the Montgomery bus boycott. Miss Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on the bus in the 1950s. And because of that, what happened is all the people in Montgomery, okay, all the black people in Montgomery and a lot of the white people refused to ride the bus. They boycotted the Montgomery bus system for over a year. And that system lost 90% of its customers. And the bus program in Montgomery was brought to its knees and eventually changed its mind because of the Montgomery bus boycott. There's been many boycotts throughout American history. It is a legitimate and peaceful form of protest, and it's totally acceptable and protected by the Constitution of the United States, unlike other forms. Thank you. Good.